Hey guys, I wanted to share with you today a reflection I had about the gospel. So I had some time to think about it during adoration, and I thought it's worth sharing because it's not only important to me personally, but also as a life coach and mentor. I think it's something that helps me and can help other people, maybe help you who you're watching. Um, to look at life a little bit differently um, and find a way through struggles when they come. So I'm gonna read what I wrote during the adoration. So today's gospel reminds us that for God nothing is impossible. Jesus healed the soul and the body of the paralyzed man. However, it was the faith of the four people who brought him to Jesus on stretcher through the roof of the house that made it possible. Their faith helped them overcome difficulties and find a solution to get the man to Jesus, even though there was no way to get to him through the door because of the crowd standing outside and blocking the way in. This gospel is a reminder for me to never lose faith, to bring to Jesus what needs healing, what is weak or broken in my life, and that with God everything is possible. This gospel is a reminder to never give up, but to walk through life with faith and courage, because Jesus is waiting for me, ready to help. He's ready to help with any struggles I encounter. I only need to believe. If you set some goals and at any stage you feel like you can't do it, remember that with God everything is possible. Like in the gospel, there are moments when we are weak. We can't walk ourselves. We struggle. But God gives us people who can help us during that time, who will carry us when we can't walk. It's okay to reach out for help. God helps us also through other people. And every person in our life is there for a reason. So in the moments of doubt, in moments of discouragement, ask God for help. Look out for the options, possibilities that He prepares for you. And don't depend just on yourself, because there are people who are ready to help you. If you let them to, of course. So there are three lessons really that I saw in the gospel, three learnings that I took from it. And the first one was that faith helps us notice and find solutions. Just like the four men, they didn't give up. They saw crowds in front of the house where Jesus was, but they wanted so much to help the paralytic. So they found a solution. They did something that in today's world we can say they thought outside the box, right? They did something completely different, something against the flow, against what everyone else was doing. They found a way because their faith was strong. They believed, they had the courage. They really focused on their goal. They focused on helping that man, and they really, really wanted to bring him to Jesus. The second learning for me was that for God nothing is impossible. So He healed the paralytic, but first He healed his soul. He forgave him his sins, and then he healed his body as well. And for the people around, that the first thing seemed like, why he is doing that? He can't do that. And he also healed the body of the man and told him to stand up and carry his stretcher and walk home. So there is nothing impossible for God. If we come to him, he can do anything. And the third learning for me was something I forget about. Something that, I myself sometimes struggle with, because I feel like I have to do everything myself. So it's that God gives us people who can help us when we are weak or when we struggle with something. We don't have to do everything on our own. And sometimes when we ask God for help, it's not that God gives us new abilities and helps us to do something the way we would like to do it. Sometimes he just gives us people who are there to help us. But it's a matter of noticing that they are there and asking them for help and letting them help us. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So remember that you're never alone, that there is God who is waiting for you to ask him for help, to ask him for healing, to ask for his support. He's always with you, and with him everything is possible. But also remember that there are people around us who can help us, that sometimes we need that physical presence, and God knows that he is always with us, but we might not be able to feel it and see his presence. So he gives us people so that we don't feel alone. He gives us people to help us when we can't do something on our own, when we struggle. So I hope this little video brings some meaning to you, some hope, some faith, and courage to keep going, to keep finding ways, to keep setting goals and live your life to the fullest. And sometimes to just let go and let others help us, because we can't, we don't have to do everything on our own.